I can send you the drop boxes. Okay. So I think there's a couple more, so we will wait before we launch into it.
And your glasses?
I've had these a little while, but I don't like them. I'm going to get new ones once I get some money from the sale of something that hopefully will go through at some point. But my hair is dirty, needs cutting and needs dyeing, so hence the putting away of the hair. Hello, morning, afternoon, evening, welcome. Alison, I think your hair's looking particularly magnificent today. I kind of wish I'd left mine free looking at your wonderful locks there.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look like a goddess. Joel looks like he's just a radio show. It's like, welcome, it's Joel.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
He's a professional.
He really is, isn't he? There's no doubt about that. Hello, Caroline, my angel.
Hello.
Nice to see you too. You finally made it on. Well done. Good work.
I'm on time.
Huh?
I am on time.
No, not on time. Just managing to get here with your busy schedule. No judgment, no judgment. Just say you're trying to come and you don't manage it, and there you are.
Well, extra effort. No. I mean it like
very
that.
well.
I am in somewhere called Brightwell cum Sotwell in the Oxfordshire countryside. So it's a bit of a miracle I can actually speak to you at all.
Amazing. That's incredible. I get far better internet access down here in the sticks than I do in Guildford.
Oh.
Shocking in Guildford it is, honestly. I think maybe I'm just not sharing it. Maybe it's because of sheep. They don't want the broadband, do they? There's less people.
I've got a special box or something that does something. I don't know what it is over there somewhere.
Oh, it's always nice to have a special box that does something. We'll all go with that. Right. Okay. Let me do some recording because I think this is us. Record to the computer. Well, oh, not quite. Oh, here she did come. Here she comes. So we'll just let Val in.
Love that cup, Alison.
Oh, show your cup.
Very
Where's your
cool.
cup? Be bold, be brave, be amazing. Hi, Val. Well, thank you all very much for coming again. I didn't do any advertising this time, really, so you did really well to chase me down for this one. So thank you. Well done. I did a little bit of shooting out earlier when I thought, shit, I haven't told anyone. So that was fantastic to see you all. So we are going to continue on our little journey. And, oh, hang on, no more. Ooh. Very popular tonight, obviously. Suzanne coming on. Here she comes. There she comes. Hello, Suzanne. Brilliant. So we're going to continue with our little journey. But what I want to focus on is guides tonight, because the guides are really the meat of all of this mediumship malarkey, aren't they? It's what we want to talk to. It's who's going to talk through us. But we don't know who we are in that realm of the wonderful world of guidance until we connect and we find out. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to connect to our guides and see whether we can get some information on understanding who they are. Now, some of you will have already met your guides. I don't know what standard you're at and where you're at. It's harder for me over the line. It'll be so much easier for me to work with you in person because I can feel everything. I'm kind of feel like I'm working a bit blind here, but we'll do what we can. So what we're going to do is a short exercise to tune in and build up our psychic energy in order to be more amazing and brilliant than you already are. But I want to say a few things before we do that about the whole connecting to the guides, and the best way that you can work with this is really to get out of the way, because it's your heads that and your confusion or your desire to want to get it right that's going to get it wrong. It's important that you practice and work with the silence, with the stillness, with the gap, with the space, because that's kind of where it all comes from. So by doing your own mindfulness practice, you're going to be training your mind to quieten and still, so you can step into that imaginal, and you can then allow those guides to come in and talk to you. There are different, as we've discussed before, there are different ways. So I'm just going to mute you all because it makes it less noisy. There are different ways, as we all know, to communicate with our guidance, and how you do that is entirely your show. But you don't know yet, and I know that some of you have done some work, and you're brilliant at what you do. But it's potentially you haven't found your real strength yet, unless you have been sitting in a mediumship class and done this kind of work. You may not have fully understood how brilliant you are, but where you're brilliant. Now, everybody wants to see, but not everyone can see. It's something that comes with time. So when we go in today, I don't want you to try at all. I want you to allow, because that's the secret, is really just getting out the way and allowing it to happen. It's a trust thing. One of the reasons why I was so brilliant at this so quickly is because I'm a bit gullible. I'm not your sharpest pencil in the pencil case. I'm the one that goes, oh yeah, right, lovely. I'm the one that Mum said open wide, and I'm like, oh. My sister, on the other hand, went, she's not at all gullible. Not that I'm saying she's not brilliant medium, but being gullible really helps with this. So those of you who have always felt that you're a little bit gullible and a bit stupid, and let people, and sort of believe everything, this is where your strengths come in. Because it's all about working with the truth and allowing yourself just to let it happen, and being kind of in wonder with it. You know how when something's happening and you sort of set back and you kind of just, you're so sort of in awe that you just allow it to happen, and you're kind of looking. That's the sort of energy that it will serve you well with when you're working with your guidance, because it's that still energy of acceptance, and in that moment no judgment. When we're trying, we're judging ourselves, we're trying too hard, I want to see, I want to whatever, but actually just accepting and allowing and breathing. We don't see from our eyes. Even a clairvoyant doesn't see with these eyes. We all see from the back of our heads, from the pineal gland is activated in whatever ways works for us. So for some people, the sight will be easy, but for some people, it'll be all about feeling. So you're trying to track down a sight, and actually what you're looking for is allowing a sensation, a feeling, something coming through your body, something tickling you. Anything that isn't your normal just sitting, resting place is going to be some kind of message. Pressure, all sorts of different things can come for people, hot and cold. So as we allow this more and more, that our guidance will come in closer. Now, for some of you, you'll have a very respectful distance with your guidance, because that's how you work. Others, you'll be straight in. So if you're a real cuddly, straight in kind of person, then your guides are going to be cuddly, straight in kind of people. If you're a bit kind of, just stand over there while I just assess you for a minute, that's kind of what your guides are going to be doing. So you are working with your familiars. These are energies that know you, that are reflecting you. These are not power animals that support you by giving you what you don't have. These guys are you. So the next thing to say is, please don't ignore the cliches. If Jesus comes, he loves you. He wants to talk to you. Don't ignore him, because he's Jesus and everyone gets Jesus. Accept whatever that comes. If you work in the dark, you may get some guides that don't look quite so salubrious as maybe others. Now, you might be okay with it. I was okay with that. I didn't mind the Grim Reaper being my guide for a while. It was all cool. But there are others who if you're not so confident, and it might be your inner child for some reason goes, oh, I don't like this. You're perfectly okay. And then suddenly, oh, I don't like this. That's your inner child. Calm them down. When we do this mediumship work, it's often quite good to put the inner child somewhere anyway, because they're not really equipped for this. So if you do have a particularly troublesome inner child that finds everything a little bit overwhelming, then make sure that you know that, and you put them somewhere awesome. If you get a guide that comes and they're so peculiarly dressed in whatever outfit they've deemed today, in whatever shape they are, you can ask them to change. You can ask them to make themselves more palatable. It's a funny thing though, isn't it? This whole sort of guidance journey. My first guide didn't even have a body. He just had a robe. My guide said, hold his hand. I've said, there's no hand. So these are the things you kind of have to make up for yourselves as you go along. So if I'm saying to you, do this, and your guide's going, and I'm saying, go into the sky with your guide, and you're thinking, but I want an ant. You know, go with it. Do whatever comes, because everything is training. Everything is communication. Everything is your guides trying to get in touch with you. I don't give a monkey's whatever who you are and what you do. It's you that should feel important to you, not me. And you don't be showing off to me. Show off to you and make you the most important person in this ride. Okay, so we've kind of covered everything I wanted to say. You're going to allow, you're just going to let it come. You're going to be interested. You're not going to try too hard. You're going to do as you're told. This is a class when you have to do as you're told. Other classes that you come to with me, you can go off as maverick and anarchistic as you like. This one, we've got to stick to the plan. Otherwise, we're not going to get anywhere. So try and stick to the rules of what, or the journey that I'm offering you. And, you know, give it your all. If you want to put focus into something, put it into your focus. Put focus into focus. And allow yourself to really enjoy this wonderful connection. You know, this is a lovely thing. Shouldn't be that big a deal. It's not that important. Don't let your egos get in the way. It doesn't matter what anyone else gets. It doesn't matter who anyone else is. This is all about you. Has anyone got any questions? Oh, good. That means it feels like I've covered things. Okay. Does anyone have a really amazing relationship with their guide that they can see them, feel them, know them? It's like having a best friend by them. Anyone got that? Joel, I kind of thought that would be you. Okay. So, and Suzanne, brilliant. So don't just expect that. You know, it may be that those guides are absolutely what's going to come, and that's lovely. But it might be there is a whole nother set of guidance that wants to come forward. But because you go into the familiar and that's what you expect, that's what you get. So try and go with that neutral, gullible energy and see if there is anything else that might come for you tonight that you haven't met before. When you meet your guides, there's only so much that I can help you with within the kind of the meditation situation, because everybody's having a different experience. So if I do start trying to micromanage you too much, some of you who are really, really good girls and good boys are just going to try and do as you're told, and it's all going to go wrong. So I will give you the space really to commune with your guides. So the next thing that we really, really want to think about is what would I ask them? If my guides came to me, what is it that I'm gonna, what do I want to know? Now, are you going to go straight in with, tell me about the rest of my life and how I'm going to cope? Or are you going to say, hello, how you doing? What kind of relationship do we have? Thank you for supporting me. What support are you offering me? What is your role as my guide? Where do you come in? How do I connect to you? Is there anything I need to know from you that will support our relationship? If you like names, ask for a name. Never done that in my life, but you know, I know people like a name. But to be honest, whenever I ask my guides what's in a name, he goes, which one? You know, I've had many. I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. I'll forget that then. So, you know, but that's just my lot. Again, yours might like a name. They might think of one together. Who knows? But what you're doing is creating a relationship tonight with your guidance, feeling them, loving them, feeling their friendship, their warmth, their support. If there is wonderful information to impart about your wonderful lives, then fantastic, that will be offered. But that's not what we're running in for today. It's about getting a strong connection and really embodying. So if you have a connection with your guides, then so I'm talking to Suzanne and Joel now, then you will be able to embody them further, get them in more, really, really let yourself feel them and them feel you, and really get that lovely healing and that connection that comes from them tonight. And that goes for all of them. How far do you let them in? As far as you like. It's entirely up to you. You can let them in just into your energy field, but you know, you might want them in closer. they might want to even come in if that's the thing, and you don't mind. Just remember the physical body will find that quite overwhelming to start with and takes a bit of practice. But again, your game, you're in charge. And the next thing for you to know is that you're safe. That this is a really natural part of human existence, actually, this kind of work. And hopefully by the end of the next millennium, or this millennium, we'll be at school. It'll be in the curriculum, won't it? I'm just going to my mediumship lesson. That'll be great. Okay, so if everybody's ready, we're going to do a little meditation to build up and connect to these guides. And then once we've connected to them, then we can share some brilliant information with each other, do some readings. So as always, once you've found your position, you check your spine alignment. Very important to have that spine straight. Making sure that you keep your neck nice and straight. If you're the sort of person that collapses, you need to keep your discipline. That's important. You're in charge. No victims here. And then you will close your eyes and you start to breathe. First of all, you just breathe, just getting used to being in the quiet of your own self. Every breath shuts out the world and brings you in. Settling your body, settling your mind. Settling your energy. We're just going to drain a little bit because some of you are a bit busy. I want you to imagine you're full of sand. Beautiful sand, golden sand is being placed inside your body. It might make you feel a bit heavy. As we accept this beautiful sand, the sand magnetically attracts all of your energy that is heavy, negative, and no longer needed. Open up the soles of your feet. As you open up the soles of your feet, the sand will start to drain into the earth from your feet, and this will pull everything out. So as the sand goes down from your feet, the physics goes, the space comes in your head. Don't fill that space with anything but breath and presence. Releasing the sand is releasing your day. Deepening your breath as your toxins leave your body, as the sand dissipates down, creating the space, your breath can come deeper. Running now out through your legs. And as your final sand leaves your body, go down into the earth through your roots, acknowledging your roots, your stability, your foundation here on earth. Very good. Now we're going to open the upper chakras only tonight. So we're going to start by opening our heart chakra. Opening from the front and the back of the body. If you don't open from the center, making sure that you have expanded. I like to check by seeing the ring of green light around my body. It shows me that my heart chakra has opened all the way around. Breathing to steady your energy at every step. We're going to move up to open our throat chakra. As you set the intention for your throat chakra to open, your blue energy of the throat starts to come out to show itself. The spinning energy of your throat chakra opens, front and the back. And as the back opens, as you notice how it comes out the back, this is also where your psychic gateways are. Energy door. Allow that to open. Your throat is the creative expression of everything. So every chakra is in your throat, every little windows all the way across your throat chakra, one for each of your main chakras. Now you have your ring of blue light, breathing to steady you. Deepening the breath, slowing it, being mindful of the space at the bottom and the top of the breath. Observing the pauses. Moving up now into the brow chakra. Inviting the brow chakra open. Don't be in a hurry. Observe as you open the energy spinning discs of your brow chakra. As the energy comes out, it expands out. Potentially your third eye may wish to open as well. Invite your third eye to open. Beautiful, beautiful that they are. Just because we're going up doesn't mean you're not breathing down, breathing deep. What we want to do is to get into the habit that when you expand, you ground. So we're just going to pause here for a moment and check in on our feet and our grounding, making sure that you're still connected. Because what you want to do is create the habit that when you go up, you go down. So as you're expanding through your brow chakra, third eye opening, your energy is connecting deeper into the earth. Very good. Moving now up to the crown chakra, just off the head. Inviting the crown chakra now to open. 1,000 lotus flowers. Releasing any junk along the way. Happy to yawn it out, stretch it out. Not statues. Work with your body within this. Some of you work very hard. This is your respite. Beautiful. You're being gifted the most beautiful divine light. Way above your head. Way above your crown chakra. Accept this beautiful light with grace and ease. And what this light is for, it's a big dollop of psychic energy that you're going to build up in your upper chakras now. So what you're going to do is draw from this light, remember going beyond the crown, that's a good habit to get into. You're drawing this light through the crown chakra, through the brow, through the throat, into the heart, where you'll pause, and then you're going to let this light come back up and you're going to store it in your crown chakra. And you're going to use the mantra, I am one with divine light. So as you bring it in, I am one, into the heart, and as you release it, you store it in your crown chakra with divine light. And you're going to keep doing that until I tell you to stop, drawing it all the way through from the light down into your heart, pausing. Your heart is the filter, and it's also going to give you what you need from this light, releasing it and storing it in the crown. I am one with divine light, or God's divine light if you like a bit of God. Super fantastic. Same thing, drawing the energy from the light beyond your crown down into your heart, pausing. This time you're releasing it into your brow chakra. You're storing this energy in your brow chakra. I am at one with divine light. I am at one with God's divine light, whichever works for you. Bringing it beyond, from beyond the crown to the heart, pause to the brow chakra. I am one with the divine light. Allow yourself to observe as you're working away here. As you're building this energy, just sit back and watch it happen. Very good. Same process from beyond the crown down into the heart, this time leaving it in the throat, building up the throat chakra energy. I'm at one with divine light. I'm at one with God's divine light. I am the light, whatever you like, anything around those words. If you've got your own coming, then flow with that. As long as you're pausing in the heart and releasing into the throat now. Don't be lazy and just go to the top and drain the crown. Remember, beyond the crown. Very good. Letting go of the mantra now. I want you to check that your lower chakras are closed. Go to your solar plexus, your sacral and your root, and make sure they're nice and tidily closed. And then check in on your grounding. Bring your awareness to your heart and ask and see if your heart is grounded. Just ask it to connect and ground to the earth. Very good. So being with your heart, breathing into your heart, because this is the place of your power, your connection to all that is. It's where I want you to focus as you breathe in and you breathe out. Breathing in peace, breathing out peace. Within the stillness, you can call in your guides. Call them into your energy field, ask them to come closer. Just stay very relaxed and breathe. Just allow it to happen. Watching any changes within your physiology, within your mind, within your emotions, within your presence. Allowing any shifts. When you're comfortable with where they are, call them in a bit closer. And a bit closer. Keep calling them in, inviting them to get closer into your energy field, closer to you, until you feel that that's enough for you. And then surrender to your guide, hand over the journey to them, allow them to present themselves to you. Be open to how they present themselves, work with them. They might take you somewhere that feels very familiar or lovely, or they might just stay in the space. Don't be in a hurry. Keep breathing into your heart and allowing them in. Ask them a question and then wait. They're there for you. See what comes up. Be curious to how they work with you. Is there anything you can do to improve your connection? Ask them from the deepest, sincere part of your heart, not your head. Ask them from your heart. If they haven't already, ask them for a sign. They may have given you a bit of awareness about how they approach you and how you know that they're around you. If they haven't, ask them to show you or give you some kind of sign so you know when they are close. Lovely. You're going to continue holding the space with them this evening. So you're going to thank them for being around you. They're going to stay around because they're going to be the ones giving the messages in a moment. Very gently bringing yourself back, breathing into the heart, feeling your body where in the space that you're in, your feet on the ground, and opening your eyes when you're ready. You're still plugged in, so don't be waiting until you feel normal to open your eyes, because you may not. Very good. Well done, everyone. That was really good. You all had some very, very stillness in there. That was lovely. So we're going to work together tonight because I want to see what's going on with you all. It's going to take us a bit of time, but I think it's worth it. So you're going to channel your guides tonight, those that are working with you. They're really close. So when it's your turn to give a reading to somebody on the screen, can everybody see everyone? There's 9 of us on. Has everybody got everybody on the 9? Not for Sharon, because you've only got a phone or an iPad. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do the work for you then. Instead of getting you to just tune in to anyone, I'm going to get you to connect to each other. Oh, okay. So we're going to start doing some readings, and I've organised you now just to make sure everybody actually just gets a turn, really. Otherwise, somebody will get 4 readings and somebody won't get anything. And so the first person on the top of my list is Joel, because he's going to show you all how it's done. So, Joel, you come online, please, and I'd like you on with Suzanne. You've been teamed together. How funny is that?
Okay.
So, Suzanne, if you can come on as well. Okay, so Joel, you're going to give Suzanne a message that your guides want to give her this evening, and then Suzanne is going to give you a message from her guides. Okay, and so whenever you're ready, you go into your connection, feel your heart, get out of the way. and allow them to bring forward the words for Suzanne this evening. Breathe.
Suzanne, I see a little girl, maybe 7 years old, terrified. And I'm being shown that it's time now that you can give her that protection, that assurance that she's okay, that she's safe. I'm also being shown to show her the beauty of the forest and the coast. To revel in that. To encourage and kind of pull out that kind of creative wonder of the world out of this little part of yourself. This little girl that has a million questions and not a lot of answers, and just to be playful and have fun with that. To laugh. And my guides send you their love and this little girl.
Really nicely done there, sir. Lovely pace, really nice connection. You can tell when somebody is coming through the heart and from the guides because it's in their voice. How gentle was Joel's voice? How the containment of the energy of the delivery. That was really, really good. So well done. Does it feel nice to be in that connection?
Yeah, it seems simpler.
Excellent, excellent. Well done. That was really good. Okay, Suzanne, it's your turn to give Joel a message. And again, from your heart, allow it to come, plenty of time. Just breathe and let them come gently and slowly.
And so I can feel Joel's energy.
Excellent.
And I'm around water by the ocean. Joel's about 14. So just this image of Joel kind of looking out to sea, a little bit lost. Just a feeling of like too much weight. Feels like responsibility. And it's connected to your mother, Joel. Okay, so there's some some sadness in there that needs to shift. Something needs to be healed in your heart. The guide's just telling me that you're not responsible for your mother's energy. And that it's okay to let that go. It's like it's too intense, and just having that energy move back a little bit so that you're in your own space. Okay, that feels a little bit better now. I can feel like it's easier to manage that energy. It's a little bit of a feeling of being misunderstood. So I can feel a connection of love with the mother energy. But there's a little bit of some unsaid stuff. Something needs to be reconnected. And it's heart energy. And I just feel the water's going to be very healing for that. There's a space to sit with it and see what comes through. Water, the elements, the wind, tasting the air, just to get really present with what that feeling is, that sadness that was sat there that needs to shift. And that it's safe.
Very good. Well done, Suzanne. That was great. How did you feel it was flowing?
Yeah. The emotion that came was a bit overwhelming.
Yes.
And I had to really try and manage that.
Absolutely. So if one is an emotional person, has water in them themselves, then that's going to happen, isn't it? And we have to learn how to manage that. So you did very well. I could hear it. We could hear it in your voice, and you did definitely manage to express it, but overcome it without bursting into tears. Well done, you.
Close.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Thank you. That's really lovely. Bless you both of you. That was great. Okay, I've got Karen and Val together now. So and 101 cats. So if you want to come online, both of you and all the cats, it would be lovely. Okay, so I don't know what level you're at. I know these two are very good, so I didn't give them any direction. But one of the things that is good to do when you start off is to have a bit of a platform to be able to get something, and colours are good. So if you are sitting there and nothing is coming, and you're just going, oh God, I'm seeing, looking inside into my eyelids, or I'm not sure what I'm getting, then go with colour. Bring a colour forward and describe the colour. Why do they want that colour? And another good one is an animal. These are classic basic mediumship tools to get you started. So I'm just offering those just in case that when you give each other a reading that maybe you need that. So Karen, you're first to give Val a reading or something from your guide. So remember where you've been with your guidance, because I could really feel the loveliness of where you were. Connect back into your heart. Go back into your stillness and ask your guides to bring some words, some wisdom through for Val this evening. Breathing deeply into your belly.
Kind of see energy moving, but maybe a light yellow.
And feel into that light yellow. What do you feel it's telling you? What would be the symbol of it?
Comfort, I think,
Comfort.
like it's, soft towel, I guess.
Yeah, go with it. Do you feel that this is something that Val needs? Does she have it?
Yeah, I think she needs it
And what else does she need?
to take care of herself.
In any particular area?
Well, a rubber ducky keeps coming up. So,
Which often are also yellow.
yeah, rubber ducky. I think play as well. Maybe play around with connecting when you're in the bath. It's kind of like I'm trying to see, but it's,
I think you've done really well. You didn't get anything. I think that was brilliant. That was really, really good. Well done. Thank you, Karen. Fantastic.
Thank you for your patience.
Not at all. It's what it's all about. Okay, Val, my darling, you are off and running. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Connecting into your heart. Nice deep breaths. Bring those guides forward and ask them to share some wisdom with Karen.
So I see it's like a chart that looks like a graph with ups and downs, and it's quite angular in a way. And it's like the ups and downs in life, where sometimes you feel really high, sometimes really low, but it's like a cycle that Karen goes through. So it's animated in a way, where there's ups and downs. It really is quite angular actually, but there's some plateaus where I feel it's time to regenerate yourself, to just be in your own presence and focus on yourself. And then you can tackle the next high and low in this graph, which feels like a symbol of life, really, in a way. And if there's a message, the message is when you're on this plateau and it's kind of smooth, this is when you have the time to focus on yourself and practice self-care before the next up and down phase. There's no color really, it's very much black and white.
Mm.
Your self-care is very much what comes up.
Very good, very good. That felt pretty easy.
Hmm?
Yeah, that flowed really well. Were you seeing a lot? Do you have a lot of visuals? Are you very clairvoyant?
I tend to see and feel. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Well done, Val. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies. Brilliantly done. Okay, my next pairing is Alison and Caroline. If you'd like to come on the line, off the mute. Fantastic. Alison, you're first to read to Caroline. So when you're ready, connect into your heart and remember the little colour animal trick if you feel the need. Ask your guides to come forward and give you a message for Caroline.
Asking them to give you a message. It's just like they're cheering and they're having a party and they've all started dancing. And it's like, yay, message for Caroline. And but I'm feeling really, I started feeling really, really sad, and my whole body's just really tensed up. Like I just can't even move myself. The whole blood's drained out of my body. It feels like they're so happy that you're getting in touch, but it just feels, I think, like your doubt is just so crippling. It's really strong.
Gosh, and it's better than it was.
Yeah, so it's like I can't breathe.
So what does she need, Alison?
Just have a party, just to bring the fun in. They just keep dancing around, just make it as fun and light-hearted, and even just the tiniest of symbols or anything that you get, just really rejoice in it. Rejoice in, yes, just even see picking a feather up when you're walking. I've got the sign, I've got it. It was amazing, and it didn't cripple me. And now, yeah, I'm just seeing loads of signs like the 111. I don't know if you see a lot of numbers, but I think you get a lot of signs, and it just feels like now I'm seeing building blocks, and it feels like that's the starting. Really overdo it, have a party every time you see these tiny things, and really rejoice. I am doing it, I am getting it. And it just feels like you're just stepping on these building blocks, and it will get bigger and bigger and stronger, and where you want to be. And I asked any last message, and they're just blowing you kisses.
That's beautiful. Thank you, darling. That was really clear. You're on fire tonight. That felt easy, didn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Fantastic. Well got out of the way. Good work, Caroline. So now you've had your celebration and rejoicing and all the signs are there. What do they have for Alison today? So connecting back into your heart. Nice deep breaths, getting out of the way and asking them what the message for Alison is this evening.
Well, it came through quite quickly when I first looked at you when you were doing my reading, and it's like a flock of birds flying around your head. Something about lifting you. I don't want to use the journey word because I think that's too straightforward. The lifting part, that's almost like the last part to be lifted, part that maybe you find hardest to lift. Because you're going to feel like that freedom of the birds when that happens. They're bringing real lightness, light, not light, but lightness about you, and whatever your next step is, they're elevating you to that. They're showing you it's really easy. I don't know if any of that makes any sense.
That was lovely. Very good. Excellent. There were times, okay, so you're in and out then. Your connection, because you are Miss Doubting Thomas. Even I know that you're a lot better than you were, but you're much better than you think you are. And I could feel the difference at the beginning when you were sort of fishing around, but you were kind of getting it, and then you had a moment then when you were plugged right in, and your whole voice changed. And it was really beautiful, and that actually took you to the end, and then you kind of snapped out of it. So that was a really good link you got there, Caroline. That was really lovely. Well done.
Got it as soon as you said, Alison. That's why I feel quite happy with it, because it's as soon as I looked at Alison and she started my reading, I could see your birds already. So.
Brilliant. That's lovely. Lovely connection. Good work. Excellent. So finally, we've got Faye and Sharon. So Sharon, you're going to need to come on, and you need to find Faye on your iPad because everyone can be seen. Can you come on unmute? Can you unmute? Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
There we go. That's muted. Okay. So on your screen, if you scroll, you'll be able to find everyone, different people, and you're looking for Faye. She's waving.
Sorry, just nothing's happening again.
What do you mean on the screen? Won't move?
Well, I've got you, and I've got a little picture of me, and I haven't got anything else. And
Oh,
nothing's moving on the screen.
I think
okay.
I think
So
if
no,
Faith speaks, then she might be on the screen.
Oh yeah, Faye, speak, babe.
Hi Sharon, can you see me now?
I can see somebody. Yes, hello.
That's me. Hiya.
There we go. That really works. Okay, well, Faye's going first, and Faye's going to give you a reading, Sharon. So you can just sit back for a minute, and we'll let Faye see what her guidance brings to you today. So, Faye, my darling, into your heart. I know you've waited ages, holding the presence, connecting into Sharon, and see what comes forward. Take your time.
So there's an image of a garden, and there's a swing. And I think you're quite young, Sharon. You're probably about 7 or 8 years old. And there's something like in your throat. You feel there's like a lump. I don't know if you. So you're picking flowers. And there's a woman there with you. It's not your mum. And she's there, but she's not like with you. She's like back from you. So it's like she's watching over you. And I can see like a teddy bear for some reason as well. Whoever this woman is, she's watching you with like real interest. That's all I'm getting.
Can you ask them what the message is, Faye, my darling? Ask them what's the message.
She says she just wants to see who you're going to become. But it's loving. It's.
I know. Is she a guide or an ancestor?
Ancestor.
And is she her guardian ancestor?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
she is.
And what we can surmise from that is that she's been with you for a very long time.
She's like wearing a brown, if that helps, a sort of brownish shape.
I don't think Sharon will know her. She's probably too far back for that. But that was lovely. That was really beautifully done. Thank you. Thanks, Faye. And Sharon, are you ready to have a go?
I'll have a go.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes it helps to put the hands on the heart to feel the heart. So you're connecting back into your heart and you're breathing down and you're asking your guides to bring forward some words, a message or some wisdom for Faye. So just breathe and see what comes. And if nothing comes, ask them for a colour.
Well, I have to say, so far there has been no connection, which is very unusual for me. But I didn't get anybody coming closer.
Okay.
I just kept feeling that this wasn't for me. That's all I can say.
Oh, what? Okay, this isn't this isn't your journey.
Yeah.
So back to class. Back to the other class then.
Sorry.
No.
That's what I was picking up. So
Yeah.
let me just see what I can.
No, that's really important to know that because it shows that we've all got these personal links, and if the link's not there, there's nothing there.
Yeah,
and
because I've got such a strong connection ordinarily.
Yeah, so as you said,
they weren't here for this,
and so therefore this isn't for you.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go to Joel. Who's going to give Faye a message?
All right, I thought you might.
It's because you're psychic. So forgetting everything you know about her into your heart, just let them.
That's the trick, right?
Yeah, that's why they've done it.
They're cheeky like my guides. Faye, I see you on the side of a river somewhere. Just throwing rocks. Kind of pissed off or annoyed. And they just keep saying, like, go with it, like, be pissed off, be annoyed, you know, go do something useless, like throwing rocks in the river. I mean, it's useless, but not useless, but like something that just doesn't make sense. They want you to laugh at yourself, like almost to the point of being mean about it. It's kind of a weird message, but I actually see you getting into the river after a while. Without any clothes on. And just, I don't know, playing like you're in the bath or something. It's almost like I see you in a river, maybe somewhere in England, but then I also see you like in Egypt or something in the river. So maybe, yeah, take yourself to another place. Just trust yourself and go to that other place when you're in the river, wherever it might be in the world or on another planet. Yeah, and now they're done.
Okay. Beautifully, beautifully abstract. It sounds like she's got something she needs to break, and that's going to do it. Brilliantly done. Thanks, everybody. We need to close, but closing is going to take a bit longer than normal because we've opened so much. So bear with me. I loved all those messages. They were brilliant. So closing. Oh yes, Alison.
Is there a reason why we just open the top chakras?
Yes, there is. The reason being is the bottom chakras are distracting. The bottom chakras are your ego, if you like, your ego ones. They are the lower chakras that work with the kind of the lower self. That's where we hold a lot of our pain, a lot of our personal stuff, a lot of our angst and our monies. And what we want is them out of the way so we can just be clear and open with those that actually that are useful. Opening, we need to open the bottom ones just to give them, you know, the connection and all the rest of it. I'm not saying don't open them again, but the thing about mediums is that we take on board a hell of a lot. When we're plugged into somebody, we're in them. And if you're totally, all of your sensitive chakras are open, you're going to be taking on stuff and giving their stuff. So if we stay closed, we focus only on the job in hand, and it stops us from getting sick. There was a thing years and years and years ago about mediums getting stomach issues because they were taking on too much, because they weren't trained, they weren't using disciplines and stuff. So now the school of thought is to keep them closed, and then you won't make mistakes. Does that make sense? But good question, Alison. I should have probably mentioned it before. Excellent. Okay, let's do it. So closing our eyes and breathing. I want you to give thanks to your guides. First thing you do is ask them to step back now. So keep asking them to step back until they are back where they're supposed to be. And take your time and really feel the difference now as they're leaving your energy field. You're claiming your energy field back. There's no one in it. How does it feel? You've done a little bit of work. There might be a little bit of interruption. So we need to cleanse it. So you're going to call upon your cleansing guides, those beautiful guides that work with you, always there, ready to heal and cleanse you, to bring you some beautiful light particles to push through your auric field and to push out anything that doesn't belong to you, to clean through your aura. It's not going to take very long. You haven't done much work. That's lovely. That's great. Well done, Val. You really let go. Okay, so now we're going to focus on your chakra system. I want you to make sure that those chakras, those lower chakras, are closed. And as you walk up, you're making sure they're closed. You get to your heart. You invite your heart to close. Once your heart is closed, you make your way up to your throat chakra and you invite your throat chakra to close, reminding yourself that you've got all those little doors, windows to close within your throat, for the other chakras, and the psychic gateways, the doors at the back of your neck. And when you're ready, you move up to your brow chakra. Remember, this is an expanded part of you. So as you call your brow chakra to close, you close your third eye and you invite your energy back in again, taking its time. Whenever it's back in, then you close. Don't squash your energy outside your chakra. And finally, once you've closed that, do carry on. Take your time if I'm doing too quickly for you. You close your crown chakra, closing those 1,000 petals. Once you close your crown chakra, I want you to walk down your spine from the top of your head, down the back of your head, closing the little shutters all the way down the back of your spine, all the way down to your tailbone. Now your tailbone, your tail is there. You have a beautiful tail, like a beautiful snake. So I want you to ask your tail now to close. And what it does is it curls like a snake around your tailbone. Beautiful tail curling around your tailbone. And then you continue your journey down into the earth and you finish at your earth star. And you thank Mother Earth and your guides and your guardians. And you ask for some protection to be placed around you. Either a cloak of stars, perhaps a power animal, or even a crystal energy will come to you. And this will be the awareness of your protection. So if anything came into your awareness from being open tonight, then it will just trip along its way. We give thanks this evening for each other, for the Earth Mother, for Father Sky, and for each other. Blessed be. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. I obviously can't run this class in an hour. We will give it a go next time, though, but you've got to know that it's going to go on for about 15 minutes extra. I'm going to give it another go next month, so you'll get the dates through on the newsletter. It's always a joy. I can't believe you keep coming, but I'll keep coming if you keep coming. If you want the recordings, let me know and we can do that. I'll send it on to you. Take care, my lovelies. Go forth and be mighty. Cheerio.